I could imagine that this would be actually quite fun. Then you also have spots like this where you could place some art. Then we maybe could show the big artwork here also, because that's also kind of nice.
This one eats a lot of light, as we discussed.
Yeah. Because of the darker colors that in here, but it could work really nicely because it's so contrasting with your wall. Yeah, I think it gives some edge to this corner of your home. Mm-hmm. It's quite a brave painting to hang in your house, I think. And then we have the other big one.
And in your kitchen it was fitting so well.
Yeah, in my kitchen it was more like how this works together. In my kitchen it was more with the big painting, just because of the colors and the... I think I have it. And then this is of course big enough to just be here on its own. And because of the white, it gives a total different atmosphere.
Totally different, yeah.
Also, of course, because of the form language and the black and white and just the type of art. But when I look at this as from the interior design perspective, this is a great way to reflect some extra light in your home because of the white square you have on your wall. And then you still have, if you, for example, would paint it in this darker green color, what we talked about before, and you would hang this on this dark green color, you would still win some light on this side of your living room because of the white in the painting.
And then again, this had to be like a very chill corner, very calm, very quiet.
Yeah.
So at some point, this one was more like much more fitting to the cabinet area, being so speakable.
Yeah, yeah. It really triggers you to look at it, right? It's not the type of painting that works super calming if you're reading a book over there.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great painting over there where you're working and where I think can be a bit more a trigger in your art to inspire during a long work day.
Yeah, exactly. And it goes so good with the green. There is area
and also
for flowers.
Also I think it goes super nice with the sofa because it is like a totally different pattern, but just because of the black and white, you have this repetition in color use.
For that wall, if we try to match these ones that we were playing right now with, we say for the 80s it might go good.
Yeah.
Those colors compare in the ones that are more like fruity and flowerish style. Like those are, even though they are very old already, they aged definitely. They still kept the very strong pigment and the color is still bright.
Yeah.
So this might be too much for the cabinet area or even for the chill corner.
Yeah, it would probably make it too much 80s for you in wanting it to be also a more contemporary home.
But what about these two for the kitchen?
That I wanted to say, because this even just the topic in the painting is of course super fitting for the kitchen. But I think in general, like food themed art is super nice in your kitchen. But even if it's like not necessarily food themed, something with a bit brighter color in there could really work very nice in your kitchen. And then I'm looking at this because this is like where you stash your fruits and your stuff, which could be really nice, working together with the real food you have.
Yeah.
And also you have this fresh color on the wall, which makes these paintings look a bit more contemporary, I think. If you would put them like on just a general white wall, or I don't think I'm tall enough, but they could be up there. And then they really are 80s. You immediately see that this brown, it fits perfectly, but if you don't,
color it fits.
Yeah, but if you don't want to actually point out this 80s style in your home and make it a bit more contemporary, I would choose to put them on, they could also be here where you have your calendar. This could also be a great spot for the art.
But if they have like a very modernish new type of frame, maybe they can fit there on that white spot, because actually this spot, we talk already in your house about this. If you enter, as we usually enter from here,
you're looking at it.
You look straight, and maybe something having the attention up is not necessarily bad, because otherwise you see all the mess on the desks. And
but it is also feeling like some kind of lost spot, and it could be a super nice spot for the art. Yeah, we could check out if we...
Yeah, I've never noticed this spot before, actually.
I don't think I would necessarily choose like a black frame, because of course we have the modern one that I was just pointing out with this modern work in it. You could also use a frame like this, like frameless.
Yes.
That could work because you already have the shine of the glass, which makes it feel more modern. So that could definitely help these paintings to feel a bit less 80s and fit in more with the rest of your own style. Or maybe a high gloss white one could also be an option. It would make stand out the white in the paintings a bit more and a bit less the darker colors that are in there, because that's the thing. It feels older when you make the darker colors bigger. Because that's, I think, in general, this 80s style with the dark wood and dark browns in it.
And what about in the garden? They're quite heavy.
Yeah,
there maybe.
In the garden, of course, you have your plants to make it feel a bit more organic. So there we tried these, which are totally different style, but because of the colors in the pots and also even in the flowers, because there's a lot of white in these paintings. And if you, for example, I can show you, hang this on a whiter wall over here, then it takes away a lot of color in the painting. It actually makes the white blend in this whole thing. And then you have this flower here to help it a bit in making the pink a bit stronger. But it's still, even in the structure of this wall actually, because this structure is also more thick as the layer painting. Here it's more really about the paintings as a nice addition to what you are already having here. And then you even have these type of plants that have the color in it like these. And this is really fun because it's something you could have in your collection as a totally different style, but still place it somewhere in your house, in this case in your garden. So it does not feel like you have a lot of different stuff going on, like, okay, why do you have so many different artworks? But it really it's just fitting in, although it's a totally different style.
Yeah, especially if you have cover, for example, or if you talk with the artist, most of the artists can give you information if your artwork can stay outside and how long it can.
Yeah, and then here, of course, it's like in total open air, but we actually talked about that before at my house, that a lot of people have like a really small roof behind their house. That could also be a potential place to hang something really nice on the wall. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's
so funny to see, because of course here you also have the colors in the flowers and in the pot and in the plants over there. But just because of the texture and the white, there are not so many artworks that won't work on a white wall, but this is one.
And what about those two for inside? We were trying to match them.
Yeah, because first we were talking about these and we were like, yeah, maybe because of the neutral colors in there and a bit of pink and yellow, we should put them on the base wall. So we tried. And then we were like, yeah, here it's also disappearing. It's so matchy with the wall that you almost don't notice them hanging there. And then we tried a bit darker corner here, of course also with a totally different color on the wall, because there is not so much light in this corner. They work so much better. Now you actually see the structure also of the paint or the glue, or I don't really know what material this is, but it gets so much more structured because of the lighting in this place. So that's something that could also really play a big role when you're trying to place your art in some nice spot and you're like, why does this not work? It's not only the color on the wall, but also the light that's in that specific corner.
What do you think about these two if they go on the fireplace, for example? Or...
Yeah, well, you could, because what's actually kind of funny is that you have a lot of structure in here and then also in this. So I think it could be fun as kind of a joke.
Yeah.
In putting this really more modern, more experimental thing with this 80s style element you have over here. I could imagine that this would be actually quite fun. Then you also have like spots like this where you could place some art.
Yeah.
Now I'm just placing one, but yeah, it could also be two. And then here you also have this green bluish color, but you're not too close to the window. So maybe, you know what, maybe for this painting goes the same as you just mentioned with the glass frame. If it's in this corner, it's not directly opposite the window. So it won't take up so much of the light and the image that's coming from outside. If it's over here on this wall, it actually is. It gets so much more light that it's disappearing. And when it's like this, even if the wall would have this beige color, maybe I should stand like this, you can see it. Then you can really see the difference in how it's behaving in the light that it's catching.
They're cute even for a cabinet. They can
fit, because they're not that high. You can already see it with the books. They're not that high, so it's super nice maybe in a bookcase or something like that, or if you have some shelving on your wall.
We agreed that this texture is much more fitting the texture of the chimney.
Yeah, because this is more of a rougher texture, and then if you have this next to it, I think it really depends on your taste, because it goes here because again because of this blue that's over here, but it's making it much less contemporary than these artworks. This would probably be in maybe people's homes, people that are from the 80s and still like the style, could be, and this would be more in the home of a younger couple, I think.
Yeah.